Hey folks, and welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about brushes because I have been asked to sort of run down my favorite brushes that I use. Now, I want to make one caveat about this particular video. I have a few brushes that I cannot find. I think they're in storage or somewhere, and they would be on this list typically. And they are some by Peter Wolf, Wolf Whiskers Designs. I love his designs. His customs, absolutely tremendous. So you won't see them here, but ordinarily they would be. And I have a few boars like Samogue and so on that might have made the cut, but maybe not. So let's just start with sort of some of the oldest, because I'm not going in any particular order. This is the Omega Boar Professional. This one right here is a razor and brush. It's a shaving group exclusive. Now you can get this brush, and it's just branded as Omega. But I believe this brush was originally developed, at least the design, by Zach Plevridis of the Razor and Brush Facebook group. And since that time, Omega started making it and just putting their own logo on it. And so you can't get this particular one with the Razor and Brush logo, but you can get one like it. It's about $35 to $38. Depending on where you get it, which is somewhat expensive for a Boar. But this particular one has a good sized knot. It's really soft. It's not super coarse out of the box, so you don't really have to do a lot of break-in. Holds a lot of water. It is a terrific Boar brush. And I like this one mostly for sentimental reasons because it's, razor and brush. So there is that one. Next up we have, and this is another one that I'm really sentimental about for a couple of reasons. One, this was a custom brush that Tim Berger of Ohio had made for me with the original Plaisson knot. So Plaisson was the first knot that I just absolutely loved. And we used to call it, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of hard to see, the brush of the gods, and it's got a fleur-de-lis in there. Anyway, he had this brush made for me. This is a Rudy Guillotine custom. I don't know how much it costs, and I don't care because it's one that I'm always going to keep. It's got a beautiful handle that I believe was from, I can't remember the wood, but it's something to do with Ohio, maybe Buckeye, I don't know. Anyway, I love this brush. This knot was the first, I think, synthetic knot that really just took off. I mean, it was just terrific. So much softer than anything else, generated a great lather, but the knots at the time were fairly small. I can't remember, I think this one might be around 18 millimeters. Later, the knots got a lot bigger, but this, in my view, was the one that started the synthetic craze. A little bit later came the Razor Rock Big Bruce, which had a really similar Plaisson type knot, but look at the difference in the size of those knots. This one's like 24 or 25, I can't remember. They still sell it today. I wrote a note. It is $13.99 on Italian Barber today, and as you can see, big difference in those knots. Synthetic knot sizes got bigger pretty quickly, and they're really affordable. And that's the one thing that I would say about synthetic knots or synthetic brushes generally. If you're getting a synthetic brush, it should be affordable unless you are getting a custom. So generally speaking, they should be well under $40 unless you're getting a custom, and sometimes well under $20. Like I said, the Big Bruce here is, what I say, $13.99. Really good price, and look at the difference in those knots. So Joe from Razor Rock took it to the next level with an affordable knot that was quite a bit bigger, but essentially the same material as Plaisson, and it's one that I use. I use affordable stuff, people. Like these 8 brushes that I'm going to show you here are the only ones that I'm using right now, and the only ones I've really used for quite a while. Next up, we have one that's a little bit expensive because this was more or less a custom from Nathan from Envy Shave. This is the Envy Shave 8-ball. You can see it's got his logo in the handle. Really nice knot. This was one of the first of the, it's been called different sort of thing, but tuxedo type knot. Super, super soft. Now this one runs you about $80. But it is from a custom brush maker. So when you're getting a brush from a custom brush maker, obviously you're going to be compensating them for their time. And I just love the design of this knot and the handle, and I used it a ton. It's been a great brush for me. Next up is a travel brush that I use. So I keep it in my mule travel case. This is, we shall unveil it, the Razor Rock 400. And this one is, let's see, I took a note there for you. $14.99 right now on Italian Barber. I travel with this particular brush. It's got a game changer, sort of, not, again, synthetic, well priced. I love this style of handle too, the old rubber set type handles. I wish more brush makers would make brushes with this sort of handle. It's long enough to where you can really use it well in a bowl. And so you don't have to really, stick your hand way down in the bowl of the lather. And overall, it's just been a great brush for me. And again, affordable price, $14.99. Next up, we have another affordable selection. This is the West Coast Shaving, which you have seen a ton on my channel the last couple years. This is the West Coast Shaving two-tone brush. Right now, $16.78 at West Coast Shaving. It's got a really soft synthetic knot. I don't know what the knot is called, but it's a really terrific soft knot. This is a lather beast. I think it's, how big is the knot on this? 26 millimeters, so good size knot. Knot size just generally got larger over the years as they became more affordable. This one is, let's see, how much is this one? $16.78. I think I said it already. Terrific price. They have different colors and so on in this model. I've used it a ton just because it works. It's terrific. It's low cost. It works. I love it. I'm not a brush elitist. I'm not one of those people that needs the fanciest thing around. A recent addition, the Arianna and Evans brush. This one was somewhere around $40, I want to say, if you're a member of the Shaving Shop Club. I have really been liking this knot. It has some good backbone to it. You've seen it in the videos lately. It is a keeper for me. I love this sort of handle style where it gives you a little bit of length. So if you're lathering in a bowl, you can get right in there very easy. The knot is soft, but this one has good backbone. I just used this one today, as a matter of fact. I like the black and white look. Again, this one is Arianna Evans, can be found at the Shaving Shop, I think online, something like that. Anyway, look up Shaving Shop online or Arianna and Evans, and you'll find this brush. A little more pricey than some of the other selections. I like, honestly, when you have less than $20 options like this, I like to see these a little bit lower, but it does have a unique handle, and I like Pete, and so therefore I pulled the trigger on it, and I do like it. I do like it a lot. The latest addition was the West Coast Shaving. This is called their Honeycomb design. It's got sort of a tuxedo knot. It is a terrific brush, and I don't know if you can tell how handsome this brush is, but it really just looks handsome also. And that the blue just, I was drawn to the blue. I think this one was like 27 bucks. I wrote down, let's see, where is it? Somewhere. They start out at like 25. They're between 25 and 28. Now keep in mind, some of these brushes go on sale and come off sale. So if you're looking at this video a year from now, they may not be available, or they may be more or less. But if you keep an eye on these websites like Italian Barber, Maggard, West Coast Shaving, these things go on sale, and you can catch them on sale, and they're terrific. I have to say, if I was going to pick one shop to shop for synthetics, budget, house brand synthetics, West Coast Shaving would be it. They have some really nice, affordable design. I just sort of like some of their designs. Of course, Italian Barber has some great ones. Maggard has some great ones, but like this right here, I think this is really handsome, and it's why I got it. And then the knot is just excellent. Overall, if you were going to go look for a budget synthetic, I would direct you to West Coast Shaving. And I say that I don't get anything out of this. I'm not, I don't get a stipend for sending people to West Coast Shaving. It is just, I think if you look at their entire series of synthetic brushes, especially in the budget level, they have some really unique and beautiful designs. I am hoping that they will add something with a handle like this. So Aviv from West Coast, if you're watching, I would love to see some designs with these sort of handles. I don't think they have anything like that right now, or at least not in their house brand, WCS, West Coast Shaving. But man, I gotta tell you, these overall, for the money, the West Coast Shaving synthetics are winners for me. Now, granted, Razor Rock's got some great stuff too. And of course, we had the customs, and somewhere I have some wolf whiskers, 1 or 2 wolf whiskers that are tremendous. A little more pricey, obviously. They wouldn't make it in the budget sort of realm, but these are the actual brushes that I use day in, day out. And these are really the only brushes that I'm using day in, day out. Notice you're not seeing, other than the custom Envy Shave brush, you don't see an expensive brush there. There's virtually nothing there that's over $100. I don't know what the Rudy Guillotine custom cost that was given to me, but I think you can get a super quality brush for under 20 bucks, as I've shown with these brushes here. So don't feel like you need to break the bank. Don't feel like you have to buy the most exotic Badger right out of the gate. Try one of these from West Coast Shaving, Italian Barber, Maggard. Get yourself something that looks really nice to you that you're going to want to grab for, and then try it out, see what you think. Those are my favorite 8 right now, and in fact, it is the only 8 brushes that I'm using in 2020. I'm sure I'll add some, throughout the year as I'm trying new things. But I must say, all of these synthetics, once I started using them, they are by far my favorite over natural hair. Now, I think if you're going to go natural, Boar is still terrific, but the synthetics is really where it is for me. They generate great lather. They dry out faster. I mean, I could do a specific video on why I love synthetics, but just be aware that they're really well-priced stuff that you get out there. You don't have to break the bank. I want to thank everyone for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB. You are not. God bless.